video concept than from my usual videos. So for people who usually watch me for my triggers or the mouth sounds, today it's gonna be something a little bit different, but don't worry, we are also still gonna bring new videos out with the same content as I posted before. I would really like for my viewers to get to know me more personally. Like, I would like to have viewers who not only enjoy to watch my content to sleep or relax, but also people who maybe vibe with me, you know, people who vibe with my personality. So today I decided to record a MBTI test video. We're gonna take an MBTI test together. I'm gonna give y'all some of my opinions, why I choose specific positions, I guess, or why I think the way I think. And maybe, as you have seen in the community posts on my profile, I also still plan to do a Q&A, so it would be very helpful if you check out the post and just drop a question, because the more questions I'm gonna have, the better it's gonna be, of course. I'm gonna have more content. I want to actually answer things that y'all are curious about, so I don't really want to just pick out questions by myself. Please check out my last community post. And what else? Yeah, today, as you can see, I also look a little bit different, a little bit more natural makeup going on. I'm also just in a cozy fit. So yeah, today everything is so different. Today I'm also gonna actually express my personality a little bit more, because I feel like in the videos before I don't really have the opportunity or the option to do that, since the video is more focused on doing the triggers. For those who are curious what MBTI means, basically divided groups of personalities. So you can take this test, and based on this test you're gonna get a result which MBTI you have or in which group you fit, decided by the answers that you give to some specific questions, you know, to find out the way how you think. Yeah, just the type of person that you are, kinda. I think this video today is gonna be more enjoyable for people who are into yapping, or for people who enjoy podcasts, for people who maybe enjoy just pure whispering ASMR. We already heard that from people before, that they say like, oh, I don't believe in this, because they compare it to something like zodiac signs. But I think those are two completely different things, you know, because you can't, for example, change your zodiac sign, you are just born with it. But MBTI, it's a personality type, and you know, people change and people develop over time, so your MBTI can always change over the years. Whenever I get to meet new people, one of the first questions that pops up in my head is always, what MBTI do they have? Because I don't know, guys, me and my bestie, we are so obsessed with MBTIs. Like, it's just so interesting for us to get to know more about people's personalities. My best friend is also, for example, very heavy into enneagrams. Enneagram. So yeah, my best friend is also very much into enneagrams. I don't know a lot about it yet. I also took an enneagram test recently for her to tell me a little bit more about my enneagram type. But I was actually thinking about ordering maybe a book, if I can find a good book with that topic included, because it's actually really interesting to me as well, and I would like to get to know more about it. Also, while I was just looking it up, my phone dropped like 2 times. I'm surprised that my screen doesn't have a crack in it. I recently checked my YouTube statistics, and I have a lot of people actually from Spanish and Portuguese speaking countries watching my videos. For example, on number 2 we have Brazil, and on number 3 is Mexico. So shout out to y'all, shout out to the people who watch me from those countries. Hola, te amo, te quiero. And wait, let me look up the Portuguese version. Hola, eu te amo. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly. But yeah, anyways, you know, it just really means a lot to me, and I would actually like to have a community of people coming from different countries. On number 1 we have the States, but the thing is, I'm also not even from the States. I don't live in the States, and I was never in the States, so now we have a new mystery case. Where am I from? What languages do I speak? Maybe that's a question that you can drop down in the post for the upcoming Q&A video. I want to show you something, because I was previously planning to use my projector. I told you like in my the video before that one, in my mouth sounds video, I wanted to have like a pretty sky background because I have a projector, you know, that makes like a really beautiful background, but I was not able to use it because the projector is so noisy, and I actually want to show y'all right now for a couple of seconds how the background looks like, and then y'all also can judge the noise because, you know, it's really fucking noisy. Okay guys, I just dimmed down my lights a little bit so y'all can see better. This is the background that I was talking about. And maybe you can also hear the noise right now of the projector. I don't know how strong you hear the noise right now, but when I was trying to record the video, the mouse sounds video, the noise was super strong, and I was like, yeah, that's not it. About my earrings, guys. I have like dragon earrings. You know, I really like this hairstyle on me, but I'm upset because usually those two front parts always cover up my earrings, so you can never see my earrings. Maybe you can also hear now my dog snoring in the background, but I hope that the snoring is not too loud. I actually already know what my MBTI type is. I usually took it on a website called 16 personalities. 16personalities.com. Today I'm gonna take the test on a new website that my best friend showed me. It's called trudy.com, and there you actually have different options surrounded by the topic personality. You have different options, like different type of tests that you can take there. So I'm gonna take a test here for the first time because I didn't take an MBTI test actually in a while, but I always took MBTI tests through the years, and I always had the same one, which was INTJ. Now, INTJ I think is not a very easy personality type because a lot of people view us or perceive us as harsh or rude just sometimes because we can be very honest and very bold, you know, very straightforward. But I promise you, as soon as you get close to someone who is an INTJ, I just thought that my phone is gonna fall down. We actually have a very kind heart. We can be, very kind-hearted and sweet. So I was also worried while making this video. I hope y'all guys are not gonna think that I'm an asshole. I just don't want to come off too harsh, you know. I don't know, it's just kinda in my nature, but I promise guys, I'm nice, okay? I'm nice. I can be nice. Basically, the test works the same way as the test that I took on 16personalities.com. To take the personality test, mark your answers based on how well each statement describes you. So basically, you always have like a statement or a question, and there are dots, and you can click on the dots depending on if you agree to the statement heavily or if you disagree heavily or if you are like in the middle, and then it's gonna give you a result. You may have noticed also that I use my hands a lot while talking. I don't know, but it's just like whenever I get comfortable or whenever I get personal, I start to use my hands while yapping a lot. So y'all are maybe gonna see this quite often happening today. I mentioned that I have high interest usually in people's MBTI when I get to know someone. It doesn't only apply to real people, it also applies, for example, when I watch a movie or I watch a series line, and I have, for example, a character that I like, or I have a character where I think I can see myself, like the character has a lot of things in common with me. Whenever it's just someone who is close to me, close to my personality, or someone who just has a personality that I like, I usually also get interested in getting to know which MBTI is suitable for this character, you know. First statement is, I am often disorganized, or I keep myself organized. And guys, I'm a very organized person. Like, depends what organized means here, but judging in my opinion, I'm very fucking organized because I have a lot of notes. I have notes on my table, written on paper. I have notes in my phone, like multiple lists. I keep repeating in my head almost every day my notes, basically, or what I need to get done. So I would say I'm a very organized person. The next statement is, I make decisions with my head, or I make decisions with my heart. You know, I do like to get my heart involved whenever I take decisions, I would say, but I think I end up choosing what my head tells me. If I feel that I don't receive the same energy back, or like it's not worth it to put in my heart so much, then I decide to end up doing what my head tells me. I'm also a very structured and logic-based person, you know. Whenever I have arguments or like conversations, structure and logic is a very big thing for me. So I would maybe say I make decisions with my head. I try to innovate, or I like to use trusted methods. Well, English is not my first language, but I think I do understand the question. It's like if you prefer to stick to used or well-known methods, might be your own or general, well-known, well-working methods, or if you like try to just do it in a new way, try something new, I guess. I'm a little bit tiered or torn between that statement, honestly. I would say maybe I'm the type of person that likes to stick to trusted methods. I'm gonna put my thought in the middle. If I have something that I want to try, nobody can talk it out of me. Like if there's something new that I want to do, I'm most likely gonna do it, you know. I keep my thoughts to myself, or I speak up. Well, I'm a type of person, I actually think a lot and I form a lot of opinions in my head, but I'm also a very honest, I'm a very honest and straightforward person. I don't have a problem to like tell my opinion or to say what I think, especially if it's something that maybe bothers me or where I just disagree with someone's opinion. I usually don't like just throw it on them or bullshit it on them. I usually only give my opinion when it's needed, I guess, or when I think that it's needed. That's also a very tough one, because it's like, I think a lot with my head and I form my opinions in my head a lot. I do have a lot of thoughts, but I do speak up as well when it's needed. So I'm just gonna click on I speak up. I seek attention from others, or I avoid attention. I'm definitely an avoidant person, since I also tend to have a little bit of anxiety, especially when it comes to social situations. It's not like I immediately get super awkward, but like when I'm in public or something like that, or generally, I definitely seem like more the calm type of person, so I would say I avoid attention. But actually, I do appreciate when people pay attention to me, like get interested in whatever. Sometimes I get questions that are based off my, I don't know, appearance, and I love that. I appreciate it. I love, compliments. I love answering stuff like that if people get curious about it. So I look for ways to help others, or I look for ways to achieve my own goals. Well, now you might call me maybe a little bit egoistic, but if I would have to make the choice what I would do first, I would definitely put myself first. It's not like I never look forward to help people. No, it's not like that, especially my friends or like people that I love. If there's anything that I can help with, I would love to. If we are talking about strangers, I would put myself. If we talk about loved ones, I might even put them first, actually. Now I start conversations, I let others start conversation. There it's also more like, since I said I'm more the calm type, maybe I can click on me letting other people start conversations. But if I see, for example, a person, or if there's a topic that I'm really involved or interested in, then I would definitely also dare myself to start the conversation first. But I just imagine myself in scenarios where it's involved with strangers or people that I don't know very well, or maybe topics that I don't know very well. Would I probably let other people start the conversation first? By the way, I started watching Arcane recently because Arcane is really trending right now, and I have friends who watch it and really enjoy it. And even there, I keep thinking about, is there maybe someone who is also INTJ, or like other personalities that I like? Me personally, I had good experiences with INFP and ENFP, and INTP also works quite well for me. I like ideas that are easy to understand. I like ideas that are complex. Honestly, I'm gonna click on complex ideas, that I like complex ideas. It's not that I like to make things harder for myself or choose the more complicated way. But for example, whenever I have an idea in my mind and the way is maybe a little bit more complex I do take a lot of structure to plan my things, and sometimes it might ending up being a little bit more complex than if other people would plan it for themselves. So the whispering also might have a little bit a different quality from usual, because right now I'm not super close to the mic like this. I feel the pain of other people. I'm not easily affected by sad stories. I do feel the pain of other people, actually. That has also background, or it has background reasons. INTJ might very often come off as like cold stones who don't have emotions or feelings, but like I said, we actually do. It's just maybe we don't express that with everyone, or it's just hard to see in us maybe a little bit sometimes. It would depend on the story, on the situation. Matter of fact, if someone, for example, tells me about an emotional story, I definitely usually give them advice that comes from my head instead of my heart, you know? Like I said, when it comes to people that I love by myself, I do get my heart involved. I value my social status, I value my privacy. I am actually a very private person as well. I know, funny because I'm on social media and on YouTube right now, but guys, you don't know how much time it took me or how long I was thinking about doing this before I actually started doing it, because I value my privacy a lot. But I do enjoy also expressing myself. I'm doing this because I actually enjoy it, but generally I would say I'm more a private person, and I'm very picky with what I choose to share with who. I put my need first, I put others' needs ahead of my own. That's also a situation where it's hard for me to give an answer, because it's like, is it a stranger? Is it a loved one? And what exactly is the situation? I think everyone for us would vote under those circumstances, knowing like for who is it, is what exactly is the situation. But this question is so general, I don't know how to answer it, you know? Honestly, I can't decide. Maybe I'm just gonna put it in the middle, because if I click on I put myself first, it sounds like I'm low-key egoistic. If I click on others' needs, it might sound like I'm a people pleaser, which is absolutely not the truth. I follow a plan, I lacked on impulse. That is actually also very mixed up, because I told y'all before that I like to plan and I like to structure. But for me, if I get an idea in my head that I'm really convinced of or that I really like, I might literally go and do it on the next day. Like, it's very mixed. But usually I follow by plan, you know, so I'm gonna move the thought a little bit more to the planning side. I'm always prepared, I'm often unprepared. I would say I'm often prepared. That's also based off the fact that I prepare and structure a lot before I do something. I make sure everyone is taken care of. I look out for myself. Yeah, I'm really starting to hate those questions. Damn. I'm gonna have to go for the more egoistic answers, because it's like I make sure everyone is taken care of. That's not the case, I'm sorry, y'all. I have to say, but like I don't always care about strangers. So I work first, play later. I play first, work later. That's actually very un-INTJ of me, but I tend to play first and work later. I know it's actually not good. I think the key to success is to work first and play later, but I play first and work later. Did I just say it the opposite way around? I'm not sure right now. But yeah, guys, I really don't know how long this video is gonna be. We are almost at 30 minutes, and like I'm just on page 2 of 8. I have a lot of energy. Well, like I said, I'm more a calm person. My energy only gets activated if it gets triggered by something. Might be excitement, might be anger. So I have vivid imagination. Yeah, I would say I do use my imagination quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have an imagination as strong as my best friend. She's ENFP and she has such a strong imagination. I also met an INFP before who also had very strong imagination. It's not as strong as theirs. I'm gonna put it in the middle. I prefer to follow a schedule. Well, that's definitely correct. I like to plan my days, my weeks, my months actually. I enjoy trying to understand complicated ideas. If it's a topic that I like, if it's involved with something that I like, yes. If it's something that I totally don't care about, no. I think about the needs of others, definitely. That's That's what I'm saying. Now this is a good statement where I can prove myself that I do care about the needs of others. It's not just always me choosing myself. I make sure my work is finished on time. Not well, I sometimes rush things and get them done, so it is finished on time, but it's like under a lot of stress and pressure. I sympathize with the homeless. You know, that's also a very depending statement, because it's like, it depends in which country you live. The country where I live, for example, right now, it's very providing for homeless people, while in other countries, those people literally don't even have any support or any chances to get help. I do definitely sympathize with people who want to do better, but I don't sympathize with people who kinda ruined it for themselves and decide to continue living that way. I know it's very hard to get out of that, especially if it's maybe something involved with drugs or something like that. It's super hard, I get that, but like at the end of the day, you took those life choices, you know what I'm saying? So it's also like something where I'm in the middle, because it's very depending. I think about why people do the things they do. Definitely. I'm a very curious person when it comes to reasons for actions, because I always think a lot about my actions or the things that I say before I do them or before I say them. I enjoy chatting with new work colleagues. No, I'm sorry guys, but like, I'm a type of person, I think I like to split work with private life if the working environment is just not that suitable or preferring for me. I mean, sure, if there's someone that I get along with very well, then yeah, then I'm gonna enjoy talking to that person, but generally the first interest, like to get along immediately with all of my work colleagues, that doesn't happen for me. I think I keep my belongings in their proper place. Yes, I like to organize. And I actually always check my bags like 500 times before leaving, and while I'm outside. I enjoy being there for people when they are feeling sad. Yes, for people that I love, definitely. I would rather go with the flow than have a set schedule. No. I enjoy philosophical discussions. Yes, I actually really do. That's kind of why I'm also doing this video, I guess. I would enjoy attending a large party in my honor. I'm actually not a party person, you know, because a lot of people, and I don't really enjoy big crowds of people, but if it's in my honor and there are only people that I like, I'm gonna click on yes for this one. I'm very attentive to deadlines. Not always, I'm not gonna lie, not always. I'm helpful to the people around me. So people who are close to me, right? Yes, it's important to me to understand the bigger picture. Whatever that means, like, I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess I'm gonna click on yes, because I said before I do like complex ideas. It's easy for me to talk to strangers, depending how does someone approach me. What vibes does someone give off? Generally, I would say it's a no. Believe in the importance of art, definitely. We need art. We need art in this world. We need more creative, or we need the creatives that we have. Some of the questions went through very fast, because I didn't expect it to be that long. I work hard to please others. Inaccurate. I work hard to please myself. I like thinking about the mysteries of the universe, definitely. I spend time trying to understand myself. Yes. As I'm curious about other people's intentions, I'm also curious about my own intentions. I get a thrill out of meeting new people. Does that mean like that I feel afraid, or does it mean that it makes me feel excited? I get a thrill of meeting new people. I get a thrill out of meeting new people. I just looked it up and it's literally saying exactly what I was saying. If something gives you a thrill, it gives you a sudden feeling of either great scientific theories sometimes. I start tasks in advance so that I have plenty of time to finish. Sadly, no. Props to the people who do that though. I love to make new friends. I'm happy with the group of people that I have around me at the moment, but if there spontaneously someone appears who I also start to get along with, I don't mind of keeping that person in my circle, you know. But like, I'm not going out and looking out for it. People tell me I'm too quiet. Sometimes I would prefer to come up with an original solution to a problem. What is not an original solution though? Being around lots of people energizes me. No. It is important to me to be service to others. No. I enjoy examining myself in my life. Yes, I'm full of new ideas. In between, sometimes I have ideas, but sometimes it's empty. I spend my time pursuing my goals. I spend my time enjoying my life. I think it should be a good mixture of both. I focus on real life. I use my imagination. Both. And I think I'm more real life based, because even if I like fantasy, I know that we don't live in fantasy. So I enjoy activities that are familiar. I enjoy experiencing new things. Right now, at the moment, I'm kind of more exploring myself and like trying to get more out of my comfort zone. So right now I would say that I enjoy trying new things. I'm more interested in what is possible. I'm more interested in what's real. I'm interested in what's possible. I like to cooperate, I like to compete. It's like neither. I don't really like to compete. I don't see the need of competing with others, but it's also like, well, I guess then, yeah, I would prefer to cooperate. I prefer to work in an active, bustling office. I prefer to work in a calm, quiet office. It depends also, again, what the work is. But I think if it's really something where I have to focus and, yeah, work structured, it should be quiet. I like to finish all my chores before I do something fun. Yes, because I usually don't like to have it left over for later. But sometimes I sadly also do that. Oh my god, guys, I just realized that I quite often misclicked myself. You know, I'm scared that I also clicked on previous questions on the wrong circle. I try to avoid conflict. It's like in the middle. I never start really conflicts by myself, but I'm like, if somebody else wants to have a conflict with me, then we're gonna have a conflict, you know. I love life. I would like to play a musical instrument, definitely. I would like to learn a guitar, but not like the normal guitar, maybe something like an e-guitar, you know, something swaggy. I like to be needed by other people. Yes, because I actually do like affectionate people, and I actually also like clingy people if I feel the same way towards them. I avoid being alone. Not really. I enjoy actually my alone time. I forgive easily. No. I'm a type of person, I don't forgive, but I forget. But as soon as I remember. I have a rich fantasy life. What the fuck? What is that supposed to mean? I have a rich fantasy life. I have little to say. I think I very often have unpopular opinions. Or maybe, yeah. No. Thinkers never have a little to say, but they just keep their stuff in their mind. I have a lot of fun sometimes, I guess. You know, some of the questions like repeat themselves, but they just try to form them in other ways. So I'm definitely gonna cut out some questions where I have the feeling like it's literally the same question, just formed in a different way. I believe people should be punished for their mistakes. Definitely. I try not to draw attention to myself. Yeah. Well, it's not like I'm walking around outside with the intention or like with the thought in my head, oh, I need to push every attention away. I'm just chilling, you know. I just like being in competition with others. I don't like to bother my mind with that, stress myself out about that. I question the wisdom of my elders, definitely, because I can say by my experience that just because you're older, it does not mean that you're always smarter or wiser. I am concerned for the welfare of elderly people. Honestly, I think more about the people of the future, because it doesn't really seem that things are getting better in many aspects. Talking about economical aspects and stuff like that, it seems like it's just getting worse. So I would say I'm more concerned for this generation and the future generation. I feel very happy. What type of question? I don't think that's something that I can answer. Guys, we almost made it. We almost made it. Forgive others' mistakes even when they harm me personally. If I love them enough for that, yes. I'm not bothered by disorder. I'm not bothered by disorder, you know. I'm just gonna click on yes. Because I'm also not bothered by myself. I do not like to sit still for long. No. I mean, no, I can sit still for a very long time actually and just chill and hold back my opinions. No. I feel uncomfortable when I disagree with someone. You know, honestly, sometimes, again, it depends on the topic and it depends how heavy the disagreement is. But even if I feel uncomfortable, I still share my opinion. I make an effort to be popular. No, I'm just being myself. I give to people who are less fortunate than I. So as I understand the question, giving to people who are less fortunate than I is like people who have less than me, or like people who are just like in a worse situation than me at the moment. I guess, yeah. I wonder why I am the way I am. I would say yes, but actually I also know it, but I still think about it a lot. It's important to me that other people like me. No. I appreciate the beauty of nature, definitely. Sometimes I photograph flowers or plants outside. I can't stand when someone doesn't like me. No, I actually don't care. But I do like to know why they don't like me and to talk with them about that, actually. But if they change their opinion or not, it's not important to me. I just would like to know the reasons why. I like poetry. I would say yes. Okay, now the test is built differently now. Like, I have to tick the boxes that apply to me, basically, and not choose which statement I agree on or which statement I disagree on, like more or less. Now it's literally just ticking. What areas of your life are you most interested in improving? Select all that apply. You know, this is a little bit, I just read some of them, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna take this part into the video because that's a little bit private to me, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I didn't take. I didn't take developing friendships or social connections because, like I said, I don't really seek out for that. I just let it happen. And I didn't take using my strengths and talents to give back to the world around me. I didn't take that as well. It depends what it means. For example, me creating content for y'all to help people falling asleep or relax is actually giving back to the world, to the society, kinda. But I just didn't like that statement, so I just didn't. Okay guys, the result is now loaded. I didn't look on the screen because I'm scared. Yep, I'm still INTJ. Y'all, I'm so happy because I really enjoy being an INTJ. Not gonna lie. As an INTJ, you are perceptive about systems and strategy and often understand the world as a chessboard to be navigated. You want to understand how systems work and how events proceed, and may have a unique ability to foresee logical outcomes. You enjoy applying yourself to a project or idea in depth and putting in concentrated effort to achieve your goals. You have a hunger for knowledge and strive to constantly increase your competence. You likely are a perfectionist with extremely high standards of performance for yourself and others. So, I can't really see it. To see that, I'm gonna have to unlock it by buying or by purchasing it. But from what I can see, I am 35% driven, 58% skeptical, 62% dominant, 54% competitive, 66% curious, 65% innovative. And yeah, the others are covered. I can only unlock them after buying this. So guys, this ended up being a very long video. It ended up being longer than I actually expected. I hope it was not too boring for you. I hope you actually enjoyed it, and also got curious about getting to know more about your own MBTI. I'm gonna put the names of the websites or the links into the video description of this test that I took right now, but also of the tests that I previously always used to take. Please remember to check out the community post and comment a question for the upcoming Q&A video. I would really appreciate that. Otherwise, I love you. I love the people who watch me. I love the people who support me. And I'm gonna see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.